Here we go. Kicking this video off with the topic of cope. Let's jump right in. There's a lot of quote-unquote spiritual advice from gurus on the internet that are suggesting different strategies for both genders to cope with their dating life, identity, behavior, and gender dynamics. I've seen and listened to both forms of content, and let me tell you, there's a lot of bullshit out there. I've seen it all. Quote-unquote gurus telling men to act more feminine, other gurus telling men to be hyper-masculine. And it's the same shit for women. And trust me, there's a whole lot of trash and misinformation out there. I mean, just imagine. You step outside of your house and come into contact with creatures like this right here. This is the norm, people. I don't know what the fuck happened to America, but there's a lot of creatures like this roaming around everywhere. Western countries shelter and produce the most entitled females on planet Earth. And in many instances, the problem is only getting worse. You're telling me that these fat, ugly bitches are the run-of-the-mill and the fucking norm. You gotta be kidding me. And there are so fucking many of these brainwashed, herd-minded, self-destructive, irrational, and I'll just say it, downright stupid excuses for human beings who lack any capability or desire for logical thought. Now, back to a way more pleasant and desirable vision and state of mind. Understanding all sides and facets of the cope content available for both genders will open up your mind about why sometimes there's a huge disconnect and a lot of friction when dealing with the opposite sex. The stuff I'm going to bring up, I've seen and experienced firsthand. Coping strategies for both genders. Us men watch our own brands of red pill, black pill, and MGTOW content. We're taught to be men of purpose with an abundance mindset, or ignore women altogether and focus on making money and building muscle. Those by themselves aren't bad copes, they're actually solutions. But there's tons of different content and misinformation out there. Endlessly blaming yourself for some 304 not liking you and turning yourself into some clown PUA are examples of some pretty bad copes. There's a lot of doom and gloom out there too. A lot of negative black pill cope about looks maxing, whore maxing, non-stop negative talk about females that turned MGTOW into an incel hate movement. The list goes on. Now let's talk about the other side of the coin. The different female copes, both positive and negative. You'll have some content producers, both men and women, telling their female listeners to be more feminine, supportive, submissive, agreeable, compliant, and easygoing. I'm all for that type of influence, but of course, there's the complete other end of the spectrum, with these life coaches, dating coaches, spiritual gurus, narcissistic abuse recovery coaches, professional brainwashers, whatever you want to call them. These people instructing women to be nastier, more controlling, more dominant, to withhold sex. And by the way, these fat, ugly heifers can withhold all the sex they want. But there are and were some promising females with some damn potential out there. Kinda like these, who needed to be pointed in the right direction and to avoid all of that negative cope brainwash bullshit. Do you understand? It all comes down to beliefs, programming, and conditioning in just about every case. If the cope content feels good and aligns with the viewer's previously and/or presently held beliefs, then there's a whole line of suckers who are gonna follow, absorb, and line up to consume that shit. They are the ignorance is bliss crowd, if you will, and they are, from what I've seen, the overwhelming majority. And do you know what AKS says? Let normies be normies. You can't save these motherfuckers. However, if my videos can touch the hearts and minds of at least some, then hey, it is better than nothing. I lost my faith in humanity a long time ago, but there are some with the potential, or who already fucking get it. Those people are who this content is for. Fuck all those other hopeless normies. I mean, there's still people out there that think that the jab was a good idea. I gave up on those dumb punk asses a long time ago, so fuck it all to hell. If you're one of the chosen ones, join me for more content on the next videos. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, stay fit, stay sharp, and I'll catch you on the next one.